It was a Tuesday afternoon when I first heard it. A voicemail from my own number. I had just gotten back from a long day at work, my phone buzzing in my pocket as I walked through the door. I unlocked my phone, scrolling through my notifications until I saw the missed call. The number was mine. My own cell number? I had somehow called myself? I swiped over to check my voicemail, thinking maybe it was some odd glitch. "Hey," my own voice crackled through the phone, calm and familiar. "I don't have a lot of time, but there's something you need to know. Don't go to that house. Don't do it. I'm telling you, you can't. There's something waiting there. You've been thinking about it, haven't you? You've been thinking about going back. Don't. If you do, things will change. Things that shouldn't. I'm warning you. Don't go." The message ended abruptly. It didn't sound like a prank, just my voice. There was no reason for me to be spooked. I had no clue which house. I stared at the phone, my pulse a little quicker than normal. The next day, I sat at my desk, the voicemail replaying in my mind. I tried to shake it off, but the words lingered. Don't go to that house. But which house? I hadn't been to any house recently that would warrant such a message. I decided to do some digging. I scrolled through my recent calls and messages, trying to find any clue that might explain the voicemail. But everything seemed normal. No strange numbers, no missed calls from unknown sources. That night, I sat down to dinner alone, the silence of the house pressing in on me. My phone buzzed on the table, breaking the stillness. I glanced at it, half expecting another message from my future self, but it was just a notification from a news app. I sighed, relieved. Maybe I was overthinking things. But then, the phone rang. The caller ID displayed my own number. I froze. My heart pounded in my chest as I stared at the screen. Should I answer it? What if it was another message? What if it was something worse? I hesitated, then answered. "Hello?" I said, my voice trembling. There was a long pause on the other end. Then, a voice, my voice, whispered urgently, "You didn't listen. You went back. It's too late." The line went dead. I dropped the phone, my hands shaking. What did it mean? What had I done? The next morning, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. I had to find out what was going on. I had to know what house my future self was talking about. I drove around the neighborhood, looking for any house that seemed out of place. Then, I saw it. An old, dilapidated house at the end of a cul-de-sac. The windows were boarded up, the yard overgrown with weeds. It looked abandoned, forgotten, but something about it called to me. I parked the car and approached the house. As I got closer, I felt a chill run down my spine. The air around the house felt heavier, like it was pressing in on me. I reached for the doorknob, but before I could touch it, the door creaked open on its own. I stepped inside. The inside of the house was dark, the air musty with the scent of decay. I could barely make out the shapes of old furniture covered in dust sheets. The silence was oppressive, broken only by the sound of my own breathing. I wandered through the house, drawn to a room at the back. The door was slightly ajar. I pushed it open. Inside, the room was empty, except for a small wooden box sitting in the center of the floor. It was old, the wood worn and scratched. I knelt down and opened it. Inside was a photograph, a picture of me. But it wasn't just any picture. It was a picture of me in this very room holding the box. I gasped, dropping the box. How could this be? How was this possible? Then a voice, my voice, spoke from behind me. "You shouldn't have come." I turned around, but there was no one there. I stumbled backward, my mind racing. What was happening? Was I losing my mind? Then I remembered the voicemail. Don't go to that house. The warning. Had I ignored it? Had I sealed my fate? I ran out of the house, my heart pounding in my chest. I didn't stop until I was back in my car, speeding away from that place. But as I drove, I realized something. The house was gone. There was no cul-de-sac, no abandoned house, just an empty lot. Had I imagined it? Had I dreamed it? I didn't know. But I knew one thing for sure. I would never ignore a warning again. Weeks passed, and life returned to normal. But the memory of that day haunted me. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched, that something was waiting for me. One night, my phone buzzed. A voicemail. I hesitated, then played it. "Hello?" my voice said, sounding strained. "I don't have much time. You have to leave. It's coming for you. Don't stay there. Leave now." The message ended abruptly. I stared at the phone, my blood running cold. Then, the doorbell rang. I didn't answer it. I never answered it.